We have a huge, and hadn't hit the papers yet, but we have a huge collection of Bibles. Probably one of the largest, if not the largest, private collection of Bibles in the world.
How many are we talking?
Tens of thousands. And one individual collected them for 30 years, and we were able to acquire his collection. And we're intending to have a world-class museum for God's Word.
What's your timetable for that?
However, God opens up the doors, and we're looking. We really believe it needs to be in Dallas. And we're looking at maybe a museum that would be in the 200 to 300 square feet size. The individual we're working with that is helping us, that knows where the Bibles are, he has dreams of having, maybe he says, I got a couple dozen different settings. You may go into the temple, or you may go over here where the scribes are, where they would write the Bibles in different hands-on situations, and just a world-class museum, and that's our dream. We've got the clay where they were, that are 3,000-4,000 years old, where they first wrote on the Bible. And then we have from there, the next thing they went was where they had press leaves, and that papyrus. We've got papyrus. We got manuscripts that are, we got one that's in the 500, We've got some one-onlys, and so we got some very interesting things. We have more scrolls than anybody in the United States. So what we're looking at is to eventually gift them to the museum, which would be a 501(c), but right now we own them and we're collecting, and as God opens up the doors, we're not pushing any doors down. This kind of just happened, so we know that we're supposed to do this. And so Steve, my second son, is really having fun. But they just told me about some Psalms they got today that the Vatican had John in this same series, and they told me how much they paid for it, and they had like 4 armed guards around it when they brought it in, and this is some of this is very interesting. We have a little bit of the Dead Sea Scrolls. Most all of the Dead Sea Scrolls are in Israel, but there's some little pieces that got out. We think that if we open this, then there's going to be a lot of people that will want to contribute to this same 501(c), and we think there's some people that may want to say, hey, I want to let you display this, when, just like you see in some museum, it's not necessarily owned by the museum, but it's being displayed there.
Sure.
So anyway, we're a long ways on having a lot of things that would be very exciting. We've got Babe Ruth's Bible, we've got President's Bibles, we got a lot of interesting things. I mean, one guy for 30 years collected, and he sold us his collection because he knows that he knows our reputation. He knows that we care about God's Word, and we want to protect it, and we want to kind of show you where it came from. And really, it really substantiates God's Word, when you see the history of His Word.